Hey guys, it's me again, and with another home project again. This one was kind of tossed on me by my fiance. He decided he wants to put a television in his son's room, which I don't agree with because television in a child's room is a distraction. We know how that goes, ladies, but these men, I don't know, they are blinded by their son. But for my sanity's sake, I decided, okay, I'm just gonna get a little desk and fit it in there. This is what it looks like. It comes in this box, and I got it, well, I'll put a link below where I got it from and everything. And he wants him to have his game and stuff to play his games and whatnot. But of course, these our men, they don't think like we think. I have a chest of drawer in there, and of course, if you put a TV on a chest of drawers with a smooth surface, it's going to scratch. So that's what his big idea, just to put a TV in there. He hasn't told me where he's going to put it, but I know where he was thinking about putting it. So for the sake of my sanity and me not killing him, I went ahead and ordered a desk. Okay, and no, he doesn't know this. And I'm going to set it up and put it in there and hear what his comments are. All right, so let's begin. I hope I don't have to send this back, but I'm going to try to open it in such a way that I don't have to, but I doubt very much. No matter how it turns out, I'm going to keep it because, like I said, for the sake of my sanity, I'm not trying to kill him. Okay, let's do this. So I open the box from the top and I just slide everything out to make it easier. And yeah, this is what it looks like. These are the parts. And this is the name. What? Furinno? Yeah, Furinno. Okay. And it's a nice little desk. You could put the games on the sides, yeah, on the right, as in the drawing and stuff. And you can sit and play his games, and the TV could go there. And so far I'm liking the material. It's very sturdy. It's solid actually, which is good. It's a plus, I must say. I'm sorry about the camera. I have a camera, but I didn't get a chance to set it up. So now I have to record, hold, stop, and all that good stuff. Yeah, good stuff, right? So yeah, this is the material. It's solid. I like the wood look. I like the wood finish. And it's actually matching with the bed that I got and the chest of drawer that I got the last time. And I think I might make him pay me for this because I should not be doing all this thinking for him. But again, that's what we're there for, ladies. We're always there to help our guys. And yet they argue with us because they always think they got it all figured out, but sometimes they really don't. They really don't. So let's go do this. Let me see. I'll go get my screwdriver and stuff. And we will start this little project. Alright? Okay. So from the instructions, I'm seeing that I have to put the top of the desk first down, and then I have to put the legs, attach the legs to it. This is horrible. Sorry. Right. Yeah, there it is. So I have an idea of how things are set up because I used to work in a woodwork shop. So it's kind of easy for me to go through this without really reading all these instructions. But for the sake of you guys, I'm just gonna kind of talk through what is what, because if I actually go step by step from the book to what I'm doing, I'm gonna run out of time. Just got it. It came. It's supposed to be here since yesterday. Sorry for all the fumbling. And it got here today. Today's Saturday, and he's gonna be home from work maybe around 7 or 6, 7. So I have very little time to really spend doing all of this. I'm gonna try to really rush this before he gets home. All right. Okay, guys. So according to the paper, the top is A, the sides, that's the legs, which is this, that is B and C, And F is the band. That's this band here. That's this band right here. And H is the two little straps. So that's making up the main part of the desk. That's the part where your laptop or your TV or whatever goes on. Alright, let me show you in the, see? So you got your A, you got your H, you got a B, your C, and your F. Those are the pieces you really need to focus on, nothing else. We're trying not to get confused, alright? Let's rush through this. So these are your screws and your plugs, and I spaced them out. So you know you don't get confused. All the screws are the same length, so you pretty much don't have to worry about knowing where it goes, or they didn't actually label them as A or B or anything, so which means that they can go anywhere as long as they support the desk. I'm seeing these two letters. I don't know what the hell it is. It looks like 2 grain. I can't even say a grain of salt. Grain of salt is pretty much smaller than that, but I don't know where that is going, but I think I'll figure it out eventually. It's so small. It's not a, it looks like a screw. It looks like a tack. I have no idea what the hell it is. Like 2 little diamonds. It came in a pack. I'm curious to know where the hell that's going. Oh, it's pretty interesting. I've never seen that before. That's strange. You learn a lot as you go along in life. You know, the different things, different methods. Anyway, as we say, let's speed this through. The time now is actually 15 minutes after 2. Let me show you my clock. Yeah, I don't know how this is going to work out, but if I have to hide it, I will. Don't know how I'm going to do that, but something's going to happen. Oh, see that table there? That was actually one of my projects also. Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't do a video on that though. I actually did it together with my bunk bed. Those two I did the same day. Yeah, but I didn't get to do a video, but it's really good. It's sturdy, and I have that in a link with the bed that I did. You know, it's one of my faves, so I actually did put the link for it, so you guys could always check that out too. Okay, so far we put the plugs in, this lock-in mechanism screw in. The part to screw in is on top. I like this one though. This one screws in, so you know it holds firm, right? And there's the part that is going to lock. It has a little arrow pointing down, so you have to make sure that arrow is pointed down to the hole, so that you know for sure that's the opening, that's where the opening is at, and everything is lined up properly. And then I'm going to just put the legs on and lock it together. Oh, and when it comes to the plugs, while holding and you know, tapping slightly, you could feel when it stops. So don't just go whacking away, or else it might come through the other side of the top of the desk. Okay, so that's a little good info there, because I was like, okay, let me not tap too hard on this thing. I don't want it going through and through. So you know, when you hold it and you tap, you can feel when it stops. So yep, good to know. So this is the top of the desk. Look at it, look at it, oh my gosh. Alright, so that part is completed. And now for the other part. So far it looks like we're gonna beat the time. Alright, yes. Okay guys, so this is how it looks. For some reason it looks zoomed in. What I've realized that well, I end up taking off the top and had to turn it around, because all your holes for the shelves, they all have to be lined up with the holes that is to the top of the desk. So they all pretty much go on one side. So just make sure that when you line your top up, your desktop, sorry, that the holes that are to the top, the two holes to the top, and make sure they're lined up with the holes that are with your leg on the sides. One of the other legs has extra holes on them, so it has to be lined up with that leg. Okay, so just helping you guys so you don't have to make the same mistake I made. And you know, we are all human. What can I say? So these are your shelves for the sides. You have D, E, and E. So D is the one that goes on top, and E are where you put your monitors and maybe, who knows, your cassettes and whatnot to the sides. So I'm going to add those on now. And there they are. So we're going to add that to the side, and yay, looks like we're going to finish in time. Right, so, and G is of course the only smallest piece in the box, so it's not pretty hard. Once you get the main part of your desk built, it's pretty much easy from there. You don't really need to reading all the instructions. Everything is, the screws are all the same size. You have your legs and, you know, the poles for the shelves and everything, so they're pretty much there. So you really didn't need the booklet to really know what's going where or anything like that. It's pretty much basic, easy. All right. Okay, guys. So I started put it on the sides. What I've realized is that the bottom shelf that you're seeing there, those two poles, or I should say the support for the shelves, the longest ones go to the bottom. So because I realized that they were two different lengths, so I had to take one out and put in, you know, another one. So you have two long ones and two short ones. So the long ones are going to the bottom, and you don't have to worry about punching holes on your shelves to screw it in, because they already have the holes punched to the sides to be screwed in. So you just have to make sure you line them up and you screw it in the right place, or else you'll end up in a twisty situation. All right, so this is far as I've reached, and now I have to sit and wait. I had to put some wood glue in this hole because for some, I don't know how they managed to make the holes too big that the screws just keep spinning. It's supposed to lock, so I put some glue in there and I turned it a little bit. Now I'm waiting for it to dry, because it's supposed to hold. It's not supposed to be just spinning there. It's supposed to be snug, so when you tighten your locking system, it wouldn't be able to pull it out. So now I have to wait for this sucker to dry. So I'll keep you guys updated. But so far I've completed the shelves for the part for the monitor and for the whatever cassettes or whatever books you want to put on the sides there. And then I'll add the final piece that is laying on top of there and cap it off. There's a cap to cap off the hole, and then I'm done. So as I say, it's pretty easy, and I really like this. You know, there's a laminated finish, but it doesn't feel like laminate. It feels like a wood textured feeling, you know, but it's solid. It's really firm, and the only issue I have with this is the fact that those two screws on top there for the locking system, it's not working as it should. So now I have to wait for the glue to dry so that it will harden it up and keep it stiff and sturdy inside of there. So when we secure it, it doesn't actually pull it out. Alright, stay tuned. Before I forget, these 4 little tacks, looks like thumbtacks, they are the legs. So you put that under, you know, A and B. That's the main base of the desk. So that's the legs, and I still don't know what these studs are for. I think that's just a remainder of whatever metal they made the screws out of, because they're just there. Pretty much, they don't even, there's nowhere on the instructions that says it goes anywhere. So I think those are just two remainder, two studs that just end up in there from manufacturing. So I'll just throw that out. I was kind of curious to what the hell it was. It's weird. So I've realized that the top, which is D, has 2 holes, and we have 2 extra screws. Now it doesn't say in the booklet that it goes there, but obviously it does, because there's nothing to actually attach it to G. So what I did, I used a screw from the other side to screw it through and make the impression on the opposite side so I can see exactly where to screw it down, because of course they did not punch the hole. So that is something you have to kind of use your wits to do. So you see, there it is, it came through. So I know exactly where my screw is lining up, and it's not going to miss. And as I said, this is G. See, one side has a locking mechanism, and then of course they accommodated for the screw, but they did not accommodate it for the top piece. So you have to put your screw on the other side, opposite side, and kind of gradually let it come through so you can actually see where it's going to fall. So you will actually line up with your holes on G. So this is why we do these videos. Review. Somebody mistakes is somebody else gain. Okay guys, so this is the end result. And as you see, he has his laptop, he has his Wii, he has his cassettes, and of course the TV is going to go on top there. And his grandmother decided to buy him a PlayStation 4. So like I said, you know, we women, we seem to think about the majority and how things should be and how things should go. As our better half, they just say, okay, let's do this, and that's about it. So yeah, so for the sake of my insanity, this is what it is. I shouldn't say insanity, sanity. Yep. So this is the finished product. It's actually very sturdy. It has a little weight to it, but I see this lasting very, very long. So, you know, this is perfect, and it's not taking up much space in the room. And, you know, yeah. So this is it. Not bad.